if I had to again take a position on it, I'm gonna take the brand name, which is Bitcoin. I'm going to assume that it's the wrong price for the possibilities that it has. And I'm going to assume that the path forward from here is north.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. I've got some very big news to share with you. Before we go further, we are closely approaching 50,000 subscribers. So please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, what if small nations were to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet? What would happen? Let's say you have 5 small nations that do this, invest billions into Bitcoin. We could see Bitcoin's price fast track to $1 million easily. Now, this thought comes from Eric Voorhees, who's the CEO of Shapeshift. He tweeted, a small nation could buy $10 billion of Bitcoin, wait 5 years, and no longer be a small nation. He's absolutely right. When we look at the supply and demand economics of Bitcoin, its growth over time, the halving, right? Where the supply gets cut, we see a lot of demand from institutional investors buying up as much as they can. We're expecting new all-time highs. And when you look at the long-term future of Bitcoin, with the hard cap of 21 million, some Bitcoins have been lost over the years. You're going to see a big scarcity here, big supply and demand economics shock that's going to take place. And we're seeing companies as well, MicroStrategy, publicly traded companies, small, medium-sized businesses are putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets. They're trading their cash, their fiat, for Bitcoin. And you guys have seen my interview with 2 business owners just recently where they're putting their cash reserves into Bitcoin. So this seems to be a trend. And Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, recently said on TV that Google and Apple are coming with their billions in cash reserves. So very interesting thought here. I think it has credence. I think we could see nations, especially those with hyperinflation like Venezuela, put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. That's absolutely a reality there because their money has become crap, right? And we saw a couple months ago, Iran said they were going to use Bitcoin for imports and exports. So like I said, it's going to be some of these smaller countries, not the United States or UK, which have great economies, good GDP and all that. But even though the pandemic has slowed everything down, these smaller nations could do this, guys, and keep your eyes on that because I think, once again, it would fast track Bitcoin to $1 million. Keep in mind the supply and demand economics. Now, moving ahead, big news, big news. For years, I've said, guys, for years, if you've been a subscriber, that cryptocurrencies will be listed on stock exchanges. Tyler Winklevoss tweeted the following: huge news for Ethereans. The Ether Fund by 3iQ Corp will be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange today, actually, because this tweet was from yesterday. So QETH is the ticker symbol, and it says here the fund has already raised $75 million. All ETH will be held by Gemini custody to the moon. This is very, very bullish. We are going to be getting mainstream adoption and exposure. The crypto and traditional financial markets are merging. I've said it many times, they're going to position this crypto market the same way the stock market is positioned. Full ecosystem, full infrastructure, white glove service, regulations, of course, all types of financial instruments being built around crypto. So this is amazing news, guys. Look how far we've come where crypto is being listed on the stock exchange. Now, heads up, guys, I like to bring you the quality interviews. I will be interviewing the folks at 3iQ on Friday, this coming Friday. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. We're going to talk about this listing and many more items. Remember, they are like the Grayscale of Canada. So very, very bullish news here. In addition to, or I should say, speaking of Grayscale, their Ethereum Trust has now surpassed $1.6 billion. So a lot of activity happening around Ethereum, not just Bitcoin, but around Ethereum. And I did a video, guys, not too long ago where I had a prediction for Ethereum long term that it could hit $10,000. So here's the video right here. If you haven't seen it, check it out, because of Visa's integration of USDC, which is a ERC20 token. Also the proof of stake, where a lot of ETH is going to be locked up and staked. So you're going to have supply and demand economics there with a burn rate, of course. And Ethereum is getting enterprise level adoption. So I'm bullish on Ethereum. I will be staking Ethereum. So guys, I mean, when you see the big money pouring into these different funds, right? And this is for institutional investors primarily. What do you think is going to happen, right? So these guys are certainly betting on Ethereum as well. Now, this is some big news. Not to, keep repeating myself over and over. Banks and stock exchanges will be participating in the crypto market. They will be offering crypto trading. Here's an example. DBS Bank's digital exchange to begin trading crypto next week. Not 2 years from now, next week. So DBS Bank of Singapore has officially announced the arrival of its digital assets exchange, with trading to start next week. The DBS Digital Exchange is 10% owned by the Singapore's SGX Stock Exchange. It will also provide tokenization of securities and other assets, as well as bank-grade custody for digital assets. The new exchange will facilitate spot exchanges from fiat currencies to cryptocurrencies and vice versa, said Piyush Gupta, DBS Group CEO, on a media call Thursday. Very bullish, guys. Very, very bullish. And notice what he mentioned there, tokenized securities, right? As I've stated for a long time, this is what's going to make this asset class the biggest, the greatest ever. Not just because of crypto and digital assets, but you're going to have tokenization of different items, securities, like stocks, commodities, real estate, all that stuff is going to fall under the umbrella of crypto. That's why this market's going to be big. And remember, it's global. It's on the blockchain. There's no opening and close bell. It's going to be 24-hour, 7 days a week trading, guys. Some good news here. Our crypto congressmen and congresswomen who get crypto, they were pushing back on Mnuchin on the rumored regulations that would, go against self-custodying wallets. So U.S. lawmakers tell Mnuchin to back off from potential crypto wallet regulations. 4 U.S. lawmakers want Treasury Secretary Mnuchin to rethink his rumored crypto wallet regulations. Now, it is rumored. Remember, Brian Armstrong of Coinbase, the Coinbase CEO, tweeted a long thread on Twitter talking about this. And let me remind you who these folks are. Representatives Warren Davidson, Tom Emmer, Ted Budd, Scott Perry. They sent a letter to Mnuchin Wednesday expressing concern about the rumored self-hosted wallet regulations. So let's see what happens. We know Mnuchin is working with Brian Brooks, and Brian said, hey, this is not going to be any negative thing. He expects positive outcomes from the regulations. They're not going to ban Bitcoin. They're not going to kill crypto. It's here to stay. Now, some interesting news around Bitso. And this is great because on multiple levels. One, it shows crypto companies are growing, expanding. They're getting funding. It's becoming a big industry that people are investing money in. Second is Bitso is a Ripple ODL partner. So obviously this benefits XRP. So Coinbase-backed Bitso raises $62 million to expand crypto footprint in Brazil. So a huge market they're going after, right? Latin American crypto exchange Bitso has raised a whopping $62 million funding round, the largest in the region for a digital asset firm. And you're going to see more and more of these things happening, guys. Primarily we've seen large funding for tech companies in Silicon Valley and so forth. Watch the trend start around crypto companies. And obviously they fall under the tech banner, but they're very different from the traditional tech companies, right, guys? So this is great news. Ashish Birla of Ripple weighed in, said, congrats, Bitso. Can't believe it's only been 6 years since we first met. From a 4-person operation then to over 200 employees today. Proud that Ripple is an investor and we're working together to enable XRP-powered remittances from US to Mexico. And guess what's going to happen as they open in Brazil? That means as a Ripple ODL partner, ODL can be leveraged through Bitso, buying XRP directly from them to leverage the ODL platform to move money between Brazil and US and so on and so forth. So expansion of the network, that's why you see Ashish Burla is weighing in here, right, guys? Very bullish. Now, speaking of XRP, reminder, December 12th, guys, snapshot. Get your crypto on the exchanges if you're using that. If you're using your ledger, you have till June to do it, right? But if you're using an exchange, remember this thing is on UTC time. So Kraken gave a reminder here saying, hey, deposit your XRP no later than December 11th by around 2300 UTC time. Why? There's a difference between UTC and EST and Pacific time and all that. So depending on what time zone you're in, be sure you do this right. Make sure you have your plan and you don't wait till the 12th, right? Don't miss out, guys. You're going to lose out on the free Spark tokens, one-to-one deposit, of course. Now, something we've talked about a lot on this channel, and Vitalik Buterin, obviously the founder of Ethereum, weighed in here that CBDCs will be great for crypto. It's going to help build the ecosystem. There's going to be interoperability between CBDCs and crypto. You will be able to use your CBDCs to buy crypto and so on and so forth, and cash out in CBDCs. That's what's coming. The digital economy, the token economy. I just wanted to quickly share this with you so you guys see what's coming, guys. Even Vitalik is weighing in here saying the CBDCs are going to be beneficial for crypto. Finally, in my talks about how crypto will be listed on stock exchanges, well, crypto exchanges are now starting to list respective stocks and so forth, right? Tokenize fractional shares. Well, crypto exchange lists Airbnb derivatives contract ahead of IPO. Airbnb pre-IPO contracts are now available on FTX. Once again, I shared this with you so you can see holistically where we're headed, guys. Big integration between the crypto market in the traditional financial world, and certainly blockchain is bridging the two of them, because you're going to see, once again, the tokenization of traditional financial assets, and they're going to be pretty much set alongside crypto and digital assets on the exchange. So big things ahead, big ecosystem being set up here, digital economy, token economy. Guys, what do you think about this news? Do you think, if some small nations, let's say Venezuela and others, put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, could drive the price to $1 million faster or sooner than expected? I think so. Leave your thoughts and comments below, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.